Boys and girls, good morning to you. I hope you're all well and enjoying the holidays. I am about to make myself a wee sandwich for lunch. Problem is, I've only got one slice of bread. I need at least 2 slices of bread to make one sandwich, and I need 4 slices of bread to make 2 sandwiches. So I need a lot of bread because one sandwich isn't enough. But I only have 1 slice of bread. Wouldn't it be amazing if I could just snap my fingers and a load of bread would appear? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Shall we give it a go and see? Let's go give it a go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Amazing, boys and girls. Did you see that? All that bread and I just snapped my fingers. That's fantastic. Look at that. That reminds me of a story though from the Bible of Jesus when he was able to feed 5,000 people with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. Let me tell you that story now.
Jesus and his disciples went around the country telling the good news of the kingdom of God. One day Jesus said, "Let's get away from the crowds for a while and rest." And so they left by boat for a quieter spot. The people saw them leave, and they ran ahead along the shore and met them when they got there. A huge crowd greeted them as they stepped from the boat. Jesus felt sorry for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So Jesus sat down with his disciples and began to teach the vast crowd that had gathered. Late in the afternoon, the disciples came to Jesus and said, "It's getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to nearby farms and villages and buy food." But Jesus said, "You feed them." "With what?" Philip asked. "It would take a small fortune to buy food for all these people." "How much food do you have?" Jesus asked. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. "There's a young boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But how could that possibly feed this huge crowd?" "Tell the boy to bring me the loaves and fish," Jesus said. Then he told his disciples to get everyone to sit down. Jesus took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke them. Then he gave the pieces to the disciples to go around and feed the large crowd, at least 5,000 men, plus women and children. And they all ate until they were full. "Now gather the leftovers so nothing is wasted," Jesus told his disciples. The disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over.
Boys and girls, I'm going to look at one bit of that wee story. There's so many things in that we can look at, but I just want to look at one bit. And it's this. That little boy gave Jesus his lunch. And it wasn't much. 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he might have thought, this isn't much. How are we supposed to feed 5,000 people or all these people with this? But he gave it to Jesus. And Jesus was able to multiply it into loads and loads of food to feed 5,000 people. 5,000, in fact 5,000 men, women and children were on top of that. Just with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And it just goes to show, boys and girls, that when we give to Jesus, maybe our time or our talents or even money that we give in the church, we might think, this isn't much. What can they do with that? Jesus can multiply it and make it go really far for the kingdom of God. He has the power to do that. What we need to do is to give our time to serve the Lord, to use our talents for the Lord, and to help support the Lord's work with our money as well. Very important that we do that. But when we do, we might think, my contribution isn't that much. Never think that, because Jesus can use your contribution and multiply it and do amazing things with it. So you remember that, boys and girls, and don't be afraid to share your time or your talents or your money with the Lord, because He'll do amazing things with it. That's all I want to say, boys and girls, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.